is a game from 1990 on the Amiga. And if you can hear, the music in this game is sort of the biggest draw of it. But once we get stuck in, you'll see it actually disappears, and the goal is to bring the music back. I just want to give a quick explanation of what's going to be happening, because previously people were unsure of what was going on, a bunch of stuff happened. So the main goal of this game is to match different coloured tiles together to produce the record, and then set the record on the colour match record player. So I'll just jump in, see how we go. Along the way I need to get notes, that's why I've got 8-bit here. Given that he's pretty good with notes, he's going to keep track of how many I've got along the way, because I really need to get to at least 12 to have a solid shot of finishing this up.
I might be able to count that high. We'll see.
Alright, jumping in 3, 2, 1, go. So first level we just need to match the yellow and pink records here. And it's just about matching those colour tiles. So unfortunately we're not going to get long for the full music here. Some later levels will be a bit better. Level 2 introduces our first enemy, which is the trumpet. And this is probably my most hated enemy, because he just moves randomly around the board. So it's literally just being attacked by the RNG. And he will pop up at times when we really don't want it. So I think he's actually trying to... He's making my life miserable right now. Try going around him. That is probably the worst place he could possibly be. There we go. So unfortunately no notes there. Notes will be a random drop that appears randomly on the board. No, no. Nearly messed that up. So I really want to get this record in place before the symbols get there to bounce it back. The enemies can't step on places where the records are. Well, they can't step on power-ups like the notes. And they can't step on the playing record spaces either, so it gives us some safety points. Red. Get off there. So just trying to use the teleporter to cut down the amount of space I have to move. Right, how many notes are we on?
0.
That's incorrect, we're on 1.
Oh, did I miss one? Oh no.
What? You say ya. Okay, another trumpet level, which is very nasty because of these teleporters. He can appear out of nowhere.
I'll also mention getting those colours to match is a lot harder than it looks. You've tried to teach me this game a couple times and I just can't get my head around it.
Yeah, the hard thing is that once you're on it, they just keep cycling through every jump. You have no actual control over it. Alright, so this level is meant to be a challenge where you've got to get all of these circles to be large, but the only reward is a password, so we don't care. We just want to end it as soon as possible. This next one requires a sequence of teleporters, and I think we've got a fairly good combination here. So we need yellow first, and then we need to force that violin. Ah, no. Okay, that's not too bad. Right, red. Oh, he's behind me. That's bad. Gotta try and beat him. Nope. So the violin always chases you, which sucks. Ugh, and missing those notes also sucks. Alright, that was a mistake as well. So putting him to sleep is a good thing when you're playing through casually, but when you're trying to go as fast as possible, he's now just going to camp on that until the effect wears off. So that's a little bit of a time loss. I'm just going to wait here and make sure he goes in that. Because again, he moves straight towards you. Alright, so not the best level 5. Level 6 introduces another new enemy. This one's the drums. They basically attack you in a vertical column. And this one is also very teleport heavy. Just add more random. That question mark teleporter in the middle teleports you randomly around the place. So hopefully it'll send us up high, which is sort of what it's done. So the goal right now is to get a purple and a yellow, if that's what's on each of those teleport sections. Ooh. Okay, so that was the random teleporter doing what random does best. Let's try and get a bit higher. That was good.
Why is your hair gone all rainbow like that?
That was an invincibility power-up. So the Walkmans give you one of 3 different power-ups. First is invulnerability. The second one makes it so that whatever tile you step on immediately changes the entire thing to that color, which can be good, but it can also screw you over if you can't get to one of the colors that you need. And then the last one makes you invisible from the enemies that actually chase you. So that was the violin we had before. Actually, want to go this way.
I was going to say, I'd find it heaps confusing figuring out the tile colors without seeing his hair.
It definitely helps having the hair there as a way of seeing what's happening. Alright, so level 7. This is the one where I would always die as a kid, because this enemy is relentless in the way he tracks you down. However, for me now, it actually makes it easy because I can manipulate where he's going to go and actually move pretty safely. So I'm going to try and make him come down here first. Block him with this, going for that note, hopefully.
Is that 2 so far?
That is 2 so far.
Yes.
So the cassette tapes that you can drop down basically block enemy movement. Very, very situational. I think this is the only level where I actually use them. Risky, but I needed the note. Alright, so this level would actually normally have a death warp in it because it's so long, but because I took that death earlier, I'm actually not very confident in trying for it.
We do have a $20 donation from Baffy here, which says, put this towards 5% for Paper Mario.
Oh, gimme.
Is that 5 now?
So that was 2 extra ones from whatever we were on before.
Yeah, I reckon you're up to 5. Also, why are you just walking across the background like that?
Because there's hidden platforms there.
Heck yeah.
Messing it up. If you love hidden platforms, there's an excellent level coming up later.
Let me guess, does it have hidden platforms?
It has lots of hidden platforms. In fact, the entire level is basically hidden platforms.
Six.
So the reason why it's so important to get the notes is the notes actually unlock hidden levels. There are 3 of them, which are listed as level A, level B, and level C. And you can jump to them at any time so long as you've got enough notes to unlock them. So level A unlocks with 5 notes, and then costs 5 notes to enter. Level B requires 7, level C requires 9. So ideally, we'd get to 16 notes, which is enough to do levels B and C, and basically substitute those for the last 2 levels of the game, which are pretty hard. unfortunately level A is basically its own regular level. So this is another challenge level where there'd be a code, but we're just getting these power-ups and move into the next one. Hopefully we now get a combination where we can fill in these at the top, and that is actually the best combinations. We want green at the top, so when I hit this green, they all go green. So this was the Walkman power-up that I got. Coming down here will now make all of these ones red, and then I can come down to do this section. Oh, that was nearly wrong. Come around here. So again, this is the enemy that just relentlessly follows you. However, if we stand here, these conveyor belts pull him away, and he actually can't get back to us. So what was, as a kid, one of the hardest enemies to avoid is just about knowing the routine. And trolling me with remotes.
Oh, you didn't get that one?
Did not get it. Just loop around here. Grab those. That's 2 more.
I think you got 8 so far.
Alright, now we have another teleporter heavy level, which, if you don't know what the sequence of teleporters is, will be very... Nearly went in the teleporter, but I managed to get that. And with these conductor enemies, what we're trying to do is basically avoid their fire. So they will conduct and shoot out lightning bolts.
They kind of look like Cuphead.
And the amount of times that you can mistime these jumps and end up straight into one of the lightning bolts is painful. That was a very nice note spawn there. Alright, going for red. And messing it up. Taunting me now. Alright, so we just need to head around and get back to the previous side. Wait for it. That went pretty smoothly. Happy with that. Alright, so this is another one with a chasing enemy that we will again manipulate these conveyor belts to basically make it so that you can't hurt us. But what we need to do is grab this double jukebox item, come back down, get the note hopefully, good, and then turn this conveyor belt off. So that switch there is controlling the conveyor belt at the top, which is where he's going to come from. He's going to chase me, maybe. Ooh. There we go. And so now he's trapped down there. I don't know, I keep saying as a kid because that's when I originally played it, but if you leave that conveyor belt going upwards, you can actually completely soft lock yourself and just be stuck up there with no way to get out.
Can you like pause exit the level if you do that?
Nope. This is an Amiga game. Okay, so we're coming into the last level where I really have a chance to get notes. What are we sitting on?
12.
That's good. Okay. So if I can get 4, that'll definitely be a bonus. No. Okay, that was a mess up. So these bomb spaces basically will kill you if you are on any of the 8 spaces around them, and I walked back into it stupidly. So I'm in a very dangerous spot for lives. Okay, bring that in. pick it up yet because I've got the red one. Oh, and look where he's sitting, right on top of the red one. Alright, get away. Sleep. Normally I wouldn't want to grab that because it will actually stop any notes from spawning in until the sleep effect wears off. But with just one life left, I really don't want to mess around. Go away, go away, go away. No. So now I'm going to have to wait for that power up to disappear as well before any more power ups spawn in. Let's get in there and get this. Try and get to the note. No, no, no. Alright, we'll leave it. Okay, extra life back, that's good. So even though it's got the extra life sitting there, that's actually one more and you're out, game over. So effectively we're sitting on 0 lives there. Alright, so now we're going into our invisible platform level. And we've got an enemy that's just going to keep chasing after us. And we've got the drums. But the drums are actually helpful here because they will stun this enemy. And then we can use the playing record player to block him. So he now cannot move at all. Which lets me just simply move down my own free will. Oh, that was wrong. No. Oh gosh. That was a very bad time and place for that to spawn in. Alright.
We've got another $5 donation from Baffy, also going towards the Halo Legendary incentive. Thank you very much.
Okay, this will probably be the hardest level that I need to do. So we got all of these colour tiles to match. We've got the trumpet enemy again, and we've got the drums enemy. Oh, and that's wrong. Okay. Just trying to see where the trumpet is, because he's going to get himself into all sorts of places that we don't want him to be. Okay, okay. No, I don't like this. Okay. That's very bad. I would much rather like to be coming into this with a life in the back. Oh. Ooh. He's stunned, but I don't want to go up there. Alright. Let's... clear this. Alright, we're going for it. So, these conveyor belts here will funnel the trumpet down into this area, which will make getting in and out very, very difficult if he comes onto it. So we need him to stay away. Okay. Go, go, go. Ooh. Don't need this right now. Okay, the plus side is he should now actually be pretty much stuck down there. Unless he gets very lucky and I get very unlucky. Move away, I'm just going to let the drums come through. Okay, they're in a safe spot. Spawns up here. Nah, I'm not risking it. Drums can come through. One life is a scary place to be. Alright, that's the hardest one. So this level is really quick and easy. And so would level C, but we don't have enough for that. So we're going to do one that's relatively easy, but not a guarantee to finish. So we've got two enemies here. We've got the symbols, who are relatively easy to get past. Oh, come on. Yes! Okay. Alright. That makes things easier. So there's two records to get, and the other one's just all the way down at the bottom. The game likes me now. With those enemies asleep, it's just going to be a simple matter of going up. And we'll have time when I land on the checkerboard space. And that's it. Okay, the game, when you finish, cycles back to the beginning. It actually puts you in a countdown mode, so yeah, as time runs out, we end up getting just murdered, which is fun. What's more fun is in the first level, there's actually not enough time to finish it. I've tried many, many times, and I've never been able to finish it in that time. So starting a fresh run with the time always puts you down a life. Well, there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed the music and the game.
Yeah, good stuff.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for that run, StingySeagull. Coming up next, we've got Fireboy and the Water Girl, and just going to say thank you to a couple of our sponsors. So thank you to Urban Climb for sponsoring ASM 2025. They have generously contributed 7 prize vouchers for entry into any urban climb across Australia, as well as the included gear hire. For further information, further information for prizes can be found at prizes.ausspeedruns.com. And that's all from me for my host shift. Thank you very much. I'll be here for the rest of the week.
And it is
Hello, I'm the person who's speaking right now, and up next we have Fireboy and Water Girl 1, the Forested Temple run by Joel Z and HS Blue. Let's give it up for them.